What's up out there, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. I don't think anybody's on with me yet, but um, shout out to my man Harvey Cummings. That track we just heard was "Freedom Ain't Free," which I think is rather appropriate for the times that we find ourselves in. This is my normal Thursday 5 p.m. live stream, and I'm sorry to say that this week I will not be playing any music. It's been just kind of been a crazy week for obviously everybody and myself included, in a sense of just a flood of emotions and feelings and just layers of all this different thought that's going on with all that's going on right now. So it's kind of left me a little bit silent. If you follow me on social, I haven't really been very active, and mostly because I've been trying to learn and listen and really learn how I can help before I start to make any major statements. So I of course am in support of equality and am so over the brutality and just violence that we're seeing from the officers that are supposed to protect us. So I think today I'm just going to take a few minutes to, I've been reading this book, and last night, I guess the timing was just, it was time to read this book and time for this particular piece of this book to speak to me, because it's very relevant to all this going on right now. So I'm just going to read a quick little snippet of the couple pages that I read last night. This book is called Conversations with God. It's Uncommon Dialogue. It's not very religious. It's actually a bit more spiritual than it is religious, but it's by Neil Donald Walsh. This is actually book 2. I've already read book 1. I've read it many years ago, but it's a trilogy. So anyways, this part that I'm going to read to you is super relevant. So the United States, for example, has long thought itself to be a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is not a coincidence that this nation rose to become the most prosperous on earth. It is also not surprising that this nation is gradually losing all that it has worked so hard to create, for this nation seems to have lost its vision. I'm skipping around a little bit here because it's really these certain points that kind of jumped out to me. So what made America great was not that every man struggled for his own survival, but that every man accepted individual responsibility for the survival of all. Yet, as America became great, Americans became greedy. Not all, but many, and as time went on, more and more. As greed replaced greatness in the American character, there was less room for compassion for the least among the people. The less fortunate were told it was their own damn fault if they didn't have more. No one, except for the less fortunate, found it possible to admit that America's opportunity was limited, institutionally, to those already on the inside track. In general, these have not included many minorities, such as those of certain skin, color, or gender. That really just struck me, obviously is super relevant. So I thought it might be appropriate just to get on and say, I apologize that I'm not playing music this week, but I just don't feel like I don't have it in me. So I wanted to share a little bit of the feelings that I have going on and hope that I can learn through all of this on ways to really be supportive to persons of color and just the folks in general that have kind of been oppressed through all of this. And I was on a great music industry call with the Fair Play Charlotte folks last night. It was a group of industry folks here in Charlotte, many musicians and some event producers, and it was an awesome opportunity to hear some firsthand experience from persons of color, and really lend an ear to listen to what they have to say and to ways that we might be able to help them. So anyways, since Bowie is yelling at me, I hope that all of you are doing what you can out there to lift those people up and support them as well. So I'm going to leave you with some more Harvey Cummings. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday afternoon or a wonderful weekend, and I will try and be back next Thursday to play you some tunes. Stay safe out there. Peace.